Season 2 of the Pat and JT podcast.
Oh man, I'm here at last. The best time, always gonna be the best. Come on!
All of this should have been recorded.
It is. Dang, I hit record too late.
Damn
Gosh,
it.
dang it.
We try create it.
Right?
Yeah, so I did, before we started recording, I guess my tagline around this place is my bad because I usually screw up quite a bit.
This is like the roughest start to a show for us ever.
Yeah.
But we're finally going, yeah, it is.
My bad.
My bad.
I'm saying my bad less now because we have this.
We have other new people.
Yeah, so it's there. It's now I can blame it on Cam and
You aren't the FNG anymore.
yeah. What's FNG mean? Got it. The
effing new guy. Yeah, I was.
I'm still like figuring out whether I'm in a relationship with Asana or not. The stupid project manager.
It's complicated.
It is very complicated. Some days I love her. Other days she's an absolute B.
Just a terror.
Just right. Just really hard to deal with.
I hear it. So yeah. So mybad.com
is taken. Well, I mean, it's somebody purchased it and it's for sale.
Who
so
do you have to
email
contact?
Julie at easynumber1.com.
Easy
yeah.
one.
Bill, that's what it is, right? Like
so back again to Sarah wants to send you 5 pictures.
Yes.
It's near Omaha, Nebraska.
And that's never true. Just so you know.
Yeah.
Like honestly,
Save you some heartache here.
Easy. I'm going to go to Easy One. This isn't my computer. Easy1.com and see easy the number one com.com, whatever.
Easy
It's
number
just-
com.
Easy1.com is the same exact thing. It's domain for sale. So it must be like a squatter. They squat on. They must squat on domain names.
It's not really an easy one then, is
It's
it?
not easy. It's actually very difficult.
Are you related to her?
No, maybe. I don't know.
Pat squats on quite a few.
If I worked at a place called easy1.com, I wouldn't, if my name was Julie, I'd be like contact at easy1.com, not Julie at easy1.com.
Julie's probably made up.
I'm going to say so.
You think so?
Yeah.
God, I bite on all that crap.
You know what's funny is I just found, it's funny you say that, I found a little treasure trove. I was cleaning out a closet and one of my boxes has all my like winter gear, like there's hats and gloves. And so I dumped them all out and I'm like, let's sort this. What have I not worn in the last 10 years? Let's get rid of some stuff. Goodwill, here we come. And at the bottom of it though, there was this array of things. There was keys, there were business cards, there were cassette tapes, there were all this stuff at the bottom. And one was an ad. It was an insert ad from a magazine. And it was from, it has to be 15 years ago. And it was my cousin Chris. And he was modeling in New York, right, for a number of years. And famously, he was on our show because he got picked up by Viagra. And so he was the face of, right? And he was on all the buses in New York. He was at the bus stops. And his face was everywhere. And he did not care. It was laughing all the way to the bank.
Who cares?
He
Yeah.
did not- it was a great deal. But anyway, this ad was for glasses. And I don't remember, it doesn't matter what company, but it's a picture of him and a girl. And his name was Leo.
Leo.
Oh, wow.
They didn't even use his name.
Why did you use?
It had Leo and Cindy or something like that, their names underneath, wearing
You don't look like a
model
Leo.
blank. And I'm like, why Leo? Why not just say model is wearing whatever?
Right.
You know,
Why are you
right.
making up a
making
name?
up a name?
That's
And I'm
bizarre.
like, and he is not a Leo. That's not Leo. That's not what his name is. But it was funny. But anyway, yeah, I found all kinds of stuff in there, and there was some pictures, just some random stuff at the bottom of this box. The cassettes, a couple air checks.
Cassettes. I wouldn't have anything
Can't
to play
play
a
'em.
cassette on.
Can't play them.
Oh,
Yeah.
nothing.
Did you see Pat Stibbs is on our show quite a bit? He's been here for yelling at people for
Pat
many
Stibbs
reasons.
is
for many
like
reasons.
he's just a radio guy from way back. He was on.
He should be Pat Stibbs at easy1.com. is what he should be.
He probably is. He uses Julie.
He's smart.
Yeah,
He just figured it out.
yeah, right. No, he's a longtime radio guy. Yeah,
did you
he's on our
see-
show all the time.
Do you follow him on Facebook? You friends with him
I
on
do.
Facebook? Did you see yesterday or 2 days ago? He posted something about Sweet Stock. Big announcement, Sweet Stock. You remember Sweet Stock?
Oh, yeah, that was like our first year together as a morning show. Was the last one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
2002.
That long ago?
Oop, yeah.
Yeah, right? Is it crazy? Because it was like
Trigger warning, I graduated in 2002.
from college, I'm assuming?
No, high school. Kindergarten, actually.
Good Lord, whatever. And your microphone is turned off.
See you later.
There we go. And bye.
Wow.
Yeah, that's, because
yeah.
that last year, I think it was.
2002 was the last year they did it. And it was our first year. And
I
that
think
was
it
like 3 ownerships ago.
And it was like Christina Aguilera was there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Backstreet Boys?
No,
no.
NSYNC.
NSYNC.
In
Yeah.
Sync and
There was
like Sugar Ray was there.
Oh, wow.
A
And
staple.
yeah, Smash Mouth.
It was like 6 or 7 acts, and it was over
Somebody
in Council
I
Bluffs.
know.
told me.
That's the only
Instantly
song.
think of Shrek.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, it was over in Council Bluffs.
Yep, West Fair. So I don't know.
I remember being there that day. I remember that because everything was so new to us because we both had moved here from somewhere else. First off, we were from here and knew about. I mean, you knew about Sweet Stock and all that stuff, but going to the event and it was just crazy. The number of people that
sure.
were waiting at the gates.
Well, and I didn't know, like, how I knew who NSYNC was, obviously, and Christina Aguilera had just started. But
She was
I was
still
in,
Genie in a bottle at that
right,
point.
and she had, that had just hit like that. She had just released that song, but I had just come from Oklahoma, and before that, and I was working at an alternative station, the
weren't
opposite
in-
of NSYNC and
Yeah.
Christina Aguilera, and before that was at the Edge in Omaha, so had no clue who I knew who those like NSYNC and
biggest
Christina.
names were,
Yeah, but the other
yeah.
ones I'm like I don't know who
Yeah.
this is.
Who are
I
these
don't know.
people?
So what he said, there's a big announcement.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to call him real quick and see if he'll tell us anything.
What is going on,
What's
sir?
he doing? Man, I tell you, those,
Julie at easy1.com.
Yeah, that's right. Julie at easy1.com.
what a trickster. I know. I get it. Okay. Patrick. Oh, for the love. That's what you get when you do this live while recording.
I know.
Right.
Live while recording.
Live while recording and not planned, right? It's like we didn't really figure this out.
Hello, you reached Patrick Sidds in the
you
offices of On the
kidding
Spot
me?
Production. Please leave a message.
What on earth is he possibly doing?
What could he possibly be doing?
Yeah.
Deleting Facebook posts, apparently.
Well, maybe he'll call back. If he does, it'll just start ringing.
Okay, well,
so
good
we'll just
enough.
have it there.
But yeah, those outdoor, and especially after last year, those outdoor festivals, I imagine this year are going to come back with a vengeance.
Oh, I'm sure.
Have
What was
you,
the last one you were at? You have tattoos. You've obviously.
Oh yeah,
You have tattoos, I'm
Thank
judging.
you for stereotyping me. I've actually never been to a festival.
That's crazy.
I've been to a lot of shows.
outdoor shows,
Yeah,
but not like 2 or 3 day
no.
camp out.
Honestly, that sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah, I've never been to one you spend the night. I know you've been to Comstock where you spend the night.
I've been
never
to
been to one where you
Comstock.
spend the night, and that sounds so unappealing to me.
I went to
I like
Comstock
camping,
for
but
like years, and
I
then
don't wanna
we
be
went to
around those
Kansas.
people.
Yeah.
We camped in Kansas a couple years. What was it? Cause it
For
was
a couple years.
Yeah,
That's called being homeless.
a couple times. Camping for 2 years
Living
is
from the
homeless.
earth.
I'm off the grid. No, the it's Kicker Country. I think they used to call it down, and now it's Heartland Stampede. It's like a 3-day, 4-day festival, and they have the biggest names. I mean, like
Yeah.
the big, like I remember Big and Rich was there. It's like huge, and you go
Right.
camp out for. But we always took Mom and Dad's RV. Their RV is a 1990s version, Winnebago. It's
Nice.
not fancy,
An RV
But-
would be okay.
but
Yeah.
it is definitely serviceable.
Yeah.
and it worked perfectly. But we had like 6 of us in this one that
Yeah.
was built for 4, and then a couple people slept outside on air beds and stuff. But yeah,
Yeah.
it was a blast, and we'd be there all for 3 or 4 or 5 days.
I wouldn't mind. Like, there are some that I wouldn't mind going to. Like, I've always wanted to go to like South by Southwest
Yeah.
because it's not just music. There's like comedy and
Yeah.
things like that.
And it's like walking around the streets of Austin, right?
Right.
And you just go to
And
different
Austin
bars.
is freaking awesome.
And
Yeah.
staying in a hotel.
You're not,
Exactly.
you're not,
I'm not
laying in a
camping with a
field.
bunch of people on like drugs.
Right.
we literally would go up and there was like 6 groups of people that went, and we had. Does that help?
that's
yeah.
great.
Oh my God,
timing.
that's so loud.
Well, hey, Pat. How you doing? Pat, hold on. Sorry. Hey, Pat, are you there?
I'm here.
Hi, buddy.
What's happening, man?
That's not what's up. You're live on our recording
Live on our recording.
of our podcast.
Well, thank God it's not FaceTime then, because you don't want to know what I'm doing.
No, I can only
Never.
imagine what you're doing, buddy.
Never wanted.
I was feeding my son's dog. That's all I was doing,
My son's
anyway,
dog.
how are you guys?
Good.
Okay, yeah, fine.
So,
Hey,
quick
Julie.
question. We'll let you get back to quotes. Feeding your son's dog.
Whatever that means.
So a couple days ago, I saw a post on your Facebook page about a big announcement, and it was Sweet Stock's website.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's up with that?
fill us in.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. In all honesty, I literally have to walk into a studio in like 3 minutes to cut a commercial that is going on tomorrow. So I don't have time to talk right now. Is there any chance that we could talk maybe sometime in the very near future?
Sure. That's an extremely long recording session, but that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the holiday weekend, he gets a little break for that.
Yeah, that's
but,
true.
But still, okay.
Yeah, I would love to come back in and talk when I have more time. And
Okay.
And
I always like to have you come in. That's for sure.
That'll work.
But that's a little cryptic.
will that work? Okay.
Sure. That sounds good. I noticed you deleted the post. So was it a drunk post?
No way.
Well, what happened is I started getting all these emails and messages and private messages about hey, what's going on? And you know what? I'm like, you know what? I just thought maybe I should shut the hell up for a minute, which is tough for me.
Right.
Oh my
You
God.
know.
It's so hard for you.
But
Okay.
and I think it's probably more suited to when I come back in and have more time and kind of talk to you guys
Okay.
and hopefully bring a guest with me that can maybe talk a little bit about it.
Are you bringing Christina Aguilera?
Really?
All right. We'll talk.
Okay. We will do that then. We'll plan on it.
We'll talk to you next week or something.
Yeah, how's that sound? I'd
That'll
love
work.
to share some information with you guys when I have more time, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun what we're going to talk about. How's that?
Perfect.
Wow.
That sounds great.
Okay.
All right, buddy. Thanks, Pat.
Bye.
Hey, thanks, Pat. Thanks, JT.
Okay, bye. See ya.
Oh my God.
Okay, bye. He is a dandy.
Yes, I love this. I got to hurry up. But one other thing. It's just like, oh my God.
I can't say anything, but it's going to be awesome.
I can say this. I'm like, what? He could have told us everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Okay,
Fine.
fine.
Just
But anyway.
make us wait.
My first ever music festival I ever went to was Edge Fest here a long time ago. Like it was in
Oh.
'97, I think.
Isn't that back this year? No.
Edge Fest is not.
something like that. There's something in Council Bluffs. I don't
Maybe
remember.
Riverstock or Riverdale or
Or
what's
something like
what's
that.
what the River used to do one, didn't they?
Yeah.
River
River
Fest.
River
gosh.
might be Riverfest. If you can't remember the name of a festival, just put the sponsor and fest
Right,
after it.
right.
McDonald's Fest.
Or the location.
Or Omaha
Riverfest.
Fest, Riverfest.
Park Fest.
There was
I went-
Los Fest or whatever in Council Bluffs, Les Fest.
Lost Fest.
And
yeah.
I think 2 years ago there was I don't know, some couple bands.
Yeah.
And a lot of it was barbecue.
No, that
barbecue fest or
that
barbecue
was-
Oh,
days.
yeah.
That was huge.
Rib Fest.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
They had a big turnout for that.
Yeah. The first Edge Fest was absolutely crazy. It was at Exarban before they tore Exarban down. The first one was,
Oh, the
and
Coliseum.
then they moved it over to West Fair. And I had never ever been to a music festival ever. I didn't even know what it was at all. So I was just blown away by just all these just dirty, sweaty, mosh pit. I've never been in a mosh pit in my life, but I've seen many. You ever been in a mosh pit?
Yes, I have.
That's the dumbest.
She has tattoos, Pat.
That's right. I forgot.
Hello.
That's right. My bad.
Have you really ever been to a concert if you haven't been kicked in the face? Get out of here.
I never understood the mosh pit angle. People got violently hurt in those things.
Yeah. Not all concerts have mosh
well,
I know.
And there's different kinds of moshing too.
Is there? Let's go through the list.
Is there gentle moshing?
Well, there's the kind where you're not just shoving each other.
Yeah.
I've seen people just swinging fists around. That's
get out of the way.
Yeah.
But if
There's
you're,
a perimeter.
But
in
if
that
you're
kind of mosh pit.
also in the mosh pit swinging, you're fair game.
No, that's not how that works.
That's not how it works.
No.
So there's
There's a hierarchy.
Yes, there is.
Seriously,
Pecking
like
order.
a mosh
The
master.
push ones, yeah. Like you throw a fist in a pushing mosh pit, you're gonna get cocked in the face.
Yeah, but people that are going in, if you go to a mosh pit where they're swinging and punching already, then you're open.
Those moves, by the way, have different names.
What are they called? Okay, so what's the punchy spin?
Well, that one I don't know.
Punchy spin.
Basically, that's what that is.
You would get so hurt.
Picking up change.
Is that a mosh pit move?
It is.
What? So you
not
bent
kidding.
over and you're literally picking up change?
Yes.
How's that aggressive and edgy?
I didn't make the rules. I don't know.
What is that? Look at all those people picking up change.
Don't kill the messenger. That's right. She's just trying to help you, Pat, in case you end up in a mosh pit.
God, I just never understood that.
And you're very tall, so I'm sure you'd last.
I
a
would
while.
be, yeah. You know what? I would get tossed. Is what happened.
Right.
Actually, you might be able to.
You get thrown onto the stage, and then they'd kick you off.
Yeah.
And then you'd be crowd surfing, but not know what was happening.
Crowd
right.
surfing would terrify me.
It'd be scary. You ever crowd surfed? Well, I mean, obviously.
Once, yeah,
Obviously.
Did you was it like a forced crowd surfing, or did you jump up and say, "Let's
No,
go"?
well, no, I didn't do that. I just jumped. But like the person right after me, they weren't prepared for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they didn't
Hit the ground.
get caught. People like cleared.
Oh,
They weren't ready yet.
That's one of those team building exercises that.
But that was like
wrong.
Sokol Underground, so like the stage isn't that high.
yeah.
At Sokol
Oh,
Underground.
I forgot about Sokol Underground.
Oh my God! Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that was an indoor.
Yeah.
Holy smoke!
Like a
right?
basement of
Yeah,
Sokol Hall,
seriously.
right? Like
Yes.
40, like 100 people.
Oh my God!
More
yeah.
than that.
No, more than that.
Was
Remember,
that-
we were there.
We were up top. We were at Sokol Hall. Sokol Underground was like
no,
the
we were
basement.
up top. That's right. We didn't go down.
Yeah.
Didn't
Yeah.
we go down there? we
No,
did not?
I don't think
Okay.
so. We were there
Okay.
for, I think, the Fray, I believe.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
And my now wife was at that concert. And
Was
she
she?
remembers, obviously,
Was she-
fell in love
Oh
with
my
the
God,
eye candy on stage
Was she a groupie?
of Pat from
Oh
Pat and JT, obviously.
Oh my goodness!
This got weird really quick.
Like,
I don't
wait,
know.
what? Okay. Oh, that's crazy. No, I love going to those things, and now you probably couldn't pay me enough now to go.
No.
At the
I'll go to a
time,
show. I
it
prefer
was-
like outdoor versus indoor.
Mhm.
And if I am indoor,
Yeah.
I'm standing back. I'm not at the front. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't have time for that.
I don't
Yeah,
want that.
no.
I don't want that. I always hated it if you go up front because then about the time you have to pee,
Oh yeah,
you're out.
yeah.
Yeah, you're
So
done.
You're done. That's it. And so it's like, I just want to go back. I just want to listen to music.
And depending on what kind of show it is too, it gets super hot up there. Like
Yeah.
you see people like getting drug over the gate because they're
Yeah,
like
it's
about
being
to pass
smushed.
out.
yeah.
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 The whole and like stir was a lot of fun though too. But
Yeah.
I'd like to sit in the back.
Or they have
On the
the
hill.
stanchions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those things are awesome.
That
Those-
is really
those-
cool.
Where you have your like private bathrooms and everything.
Your own waiter.
Oh,
waitress,
yeah.
that's
so
amazing.
You have your
service.
own, well, in that vantage point, it's cool because you
It's
can
great.
see everybody, but you can also see the stage really well.
And you have space.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Personal space
Exactly.
is respected.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because down below it's just people were bringing their own chairs,
Mm-hmm.
and so
Encouraged.
and some people were
Mm-hmm.
sitting on the ground, and so some people couldn't see around them, and then there was that stuff going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a lot of fun though when they started
Yeah.
that whole idea, just doing the outdoors thing, just go and leave, and it wasn't hard to get in and out of there.
Right.
But yeah,
Oh, but like West Fair was terrible with
Oh my
Edgefest,
God.
with all the traffic, and it would be because I'm like
Hours.
in an airplane, much smaller example, but it's like why get up, why stand up in the row and wait there and just hold your suitcase, just sit down and chill till everybody clears out. Same with a music festival, like if you're gonna stay, you either have to leave before the encore to
Yeah.
get the hell out of there,
Yep.
or you're locked in for another hour, just
Hour and a
sitting.
half.
And I hate sitting in traffic. I hate standing in
I.
lines. So I'd rather leave.
Do you leave
before
before the
encore.
end of a movie?
100% almost every. Oh, not the end of the movie.
100% every time.
We leave before the end of every concert, though.
why?
Because
Like,
I hate.
depending on the band, like how much I like the band, the headliner, like.
And if
I
they
can
played
go-
your
because
because
song
they're gonna,
already,
and they never do because they save that for the encore.
the
but
encore.
unless you're a deep track person,
usually
like
the-
Matchbox 20, they always play those songs. They front
yeah,
load
I'm a
that
huge
set.
Matchbox.
Yeah,
Stop. Just stop. Right
Me and
there.
Rob Thomas.
yeah.
Super
I do.
tight.
We always leave. The only time in the last few years that we've gone to a show, number one, and stayed to the very end was Brett Elridge at whatever Stir. But we even when we went to Old Dominion, we took Sophia there. We left before they were
Yeah.
done.
That was a
As
good
long as
show,
like-
by the
Amazing
way.
show.
Right. It's
I was
like,
blown away.
if you just have your mindset, if you know you're going to just stay.
Yeah.
The same way on a plane. If I just know if I know okay, it's going to be a while, I'm just going to sit. I'm fine sitting and
Lord.
waiting.
There were some dirt bags when I flew to Vegas last September, and I say dirt bags lovingly.
Right.
But there was this family that I don't know what state they were from, but they apparently had never been on a plane before because as soon as the plane stopped and they turned, this couple jumped up, grabbed their suitcases, and just walked right up to the front, pushing and laughing, and they were like with kids and they weren't partying, they weren't like a group of teenagers.
There are, and
I've
just like
got-
the mosh
Dude.
pit, there
Yeah.
are rules. There
Yeah.
are rules.
Right? It's like,
The
oh my
last time
gosh.
we flew, well, we went to Orlando. We were with, 8 of us flew from Omaha. The other 3 flew from Ohio. But the younger kids had never been on a plane before.
Oh wow.
And Aiden's cousin stands up and is like walking up, and I'm like looking at Brian. I'm like, look at this.
Like, what is he doing? Owning the
And
plane?
Brian's like, Mom.
it's time
Hello?
to do some parenting here. We need to.
And she was like, what? He's not doing. I'm like, no, Mary. No.
No, Mary.
That's the name of this podcast, by the way, too. No, Mary.
But then on the flight back, this dude was all the way in the back of the plane and just the same thing. All the way
And
to
you
the front.
you just look at them like you're just in disbelief.
Who are
Like, what are
you?
you thinking?
It's funny too because of you have the expectations, right? It's just the way you behave.
Yeah.
The behavioral expectations. And so of the group. And it's funny when one person it's like getting on the elevator and facing the wrong way.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, what are you
doing?
Yeah,
doing?
but nobody says anything.
No, because it's not really
Yeah.
a rule.
Right.
But
Right.
it's just,
It's implied.
You don't want to mosh pit on a plane.
No, you don't.
and that's the name of the
And there you go. No, I think no, Mary.
No, Mary. Yes.
Is that no comma Mary or no dot
comma
dot Mary?
Yeah.
No comma Mary. Yeah, that's it. So we got that settled.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Some of those shows. I know there's a lot of them that, and some friends of mine that are planning on going down to ones in Topeka. I think there's one coming up, or just did happen. One of the two. But
I think we're all going to be like
And
kids
county
that
fairs, I
went to
think,
Catholic
too.
high school this summer, and we were just going to go tear it up.
Oh my god.
Like our first year in college.
Right?
We're like freaking out because we're like, what are we going to do for the 4th of July?
I
Last
know.
year, last year was fine, but like, kind of sucked.
Right. You couldn't do
where are we
anything.
gonna
the
go?
funny thing is that I
Yep.
never went anywhere for the 4th of July
Yeah.
before, but because I couldn't,
You want it.
you wanted to, right?
Yeah.
And so this year, and then like we said, the county fair season's just around the corner too, and then you got some good shows that are coming up at some of those. But yeah, there's some great stuff to go do. You just got to get back into it. That's the
Which
hard-
is
yeah.
horrifying.
Yeah.
It is kind of nerve wracking after the year we've had. It's kind
I'm
of
like,
weird.
I'm cool
Yeah.
coming into work, but that's
Yeah.
about as much interaction as I can handle.
That's about all I want.
And now just think, the whole last 12 months, we had a built-in excuse not to do.
I know, and now it's like,
we do. Oh man.
hey, you want to come to this? And now it's like,
COVID?
actually, no, I don't.
Can I say COVID? COVID.
Delta variant.
Delta.
Right.
Delta.
I can't chance it.
That was a pandemic wasted, wasn't it? We all bitched
Sorry.
the whole time.
I can't go anywhere. Now it's like, I am too
Oh.
afraid to go anywhere because I don't know how to interact with people.
You're this awkward, sweaty kid in the corner. You don't know how to talk.
Just constantly wiping your sweat off your
Has
lip.
nothing to do with the pandemic. It's just
Nope, it's
actual. I don't know what
I
to
have social
do.
anxiety now.
Social anxiety. There we go. Oh my god.
Okay, so Stibbs will be back in. We'll come in next week then. We'll
Yeah,
talk
we'll-
about
we'll
that.
figure that out.
Okay. That'd
Okay.
be pretty sweet if it was sweet stock.
That'd be crazy.
I don't know what the I don't know what
I don't
the
know what that means.
I don't know what the big announcement would be if it wasn't that.
It doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make
But then again, it's Stibbs.
It's Stibbs. Thanks for listening to our podcast.
Pat and JT Podcast, a Hurrdat Media Production.